Exploring the Ontario Municipal Act, Understanding the Law. The Ontario Municipal Act and its counterparts across Canadian provinces and U.S. states establish the framework for how municipalities function. This guide provides an educational exploration of how individuals are legally designated within these systems and the implications for property, rights, and responsibilities. What is a municipality? A municipality, as defined by the Ontario Municipal Act, is a geographic area whose inhabitants are incorporated as a body corporate. This means individuals initially start as inhabitants in law. They are then incorporated into the corporate structure of the municipality. Once incorporated, individuals become officers of the municipal corporate body. Key insight: individuals are not considered independent corporate bodies but are incorporated into the larger corporate entity of the municipality. The Criminal Code of Canada and Municipal Incorporation. The Criminal Code of Canada expands on this definition, including various types of municipal corporations such as cities, towns, and villages. Inhabitants of these areas are incorporated into the municipal corporation, designated as officers within this corporate structure, entitled, though not obligated, to hold property collectively for public purposes. Property ownership and public purpose. Under municipal law, property owned by individuals is often held collectively for public purposes. The term entitled signifies that holding property for public use is a right, not a requirement. Statutory courts frequently interpret individual property as residences, reinforcing the collective designation. Important note: referring to a home as a dwelling house or residence can legally imply its use for collective public purposes, placing it under municipal control. The concept of public stores. According to the Criminal Code of Canada, public stores include personal property under the administration or control of public departments. Examples include real estate, homes and land, registered vehicles, fishing and hunting equipment requiring permits. By applying for permits or licenses, individuals place their property under public department control, effectively classifying it as public stores. Absolute title versus qualified title. The Land Titles Act in Ontario differentiates between absolute and qualified ownership. Absolute title, held by the first registered owner, granting full rights free from external interests, including those of the Crown. Qualified title, limits ownership rights, allowing government interests and legislative jurisdiction to apply. Key observation: municipalities often apply as agents to claim absolute title for themselves, leaving individuals with qualified title. Building codes and municipal authority. Building codes and permits exemplify how municipalities exercise control. No construction or demolition is allowed without obtaining a permit. Permits are issued under municipal authority, which derives its power from legislative frameworks like the Financial Administration Act. This authority stems from the Crown and enforces compliance through permits and fees. Human rights and legal excuses. The Provincial Offences Act and the Criminal Code of Canada recognize common law defences, allowing individuals to invoke fundamental human rights as a lawful excuse to contravene statutory requirements, demonstrate that charges limit or abridge human rights, justify actions using natural rights that override statutory obligations. The role of human rights in legal protections under Canadian law. Fundamental human rights cannot be limited or abridged, even in national emergencies. Individuals have the right to contest statutory regulations that violate these rights. Courts must acknowledge lawful excuses based on human rights, creating a defense against statutory charges. Conclusion: the interplay between municipal authority, property ownership, and individual rights highlights the complexity of legal frameworks. Understanding how incorporation into municipal bodies impacts property and personal freedoms empowers individuals to navigate these systems effectively. By invoking lawful excuses and asserting human rights, Individuals can challenge statutory obligations and reclaim their natural rights within the bounds of the law.